Yeah, hello my lovely fans. It is another beautiful day as I welcome you to Menalights TV. This time around we are looking at a cylinder. Now when we talk about cylinder, this is a cylinder and then we have the net of a cylinder. So this is the net of a cylinder as well. So under this topic, we are going to look at how to find the total surface area of a cylinder when it is closed at both ends. That's the first one. Total surface area of a cylinder when it is closed at one end, the second one, and the third one, the total surface area of a hollow cylinder. So when you look at this is the net of a cylinder. So this cylinder is closed at both ends. So that's why we have this here, the circular base, and this is the height of the cylinder. From here to here is the height of the cylinder. Then we have a radius, the radius of the circle. Now when you look at this is a cylinder closed at what? Both ends. So if the cylinder is closed at both ends, this is how the net will look like. So we are going to learn how to deduce the formula for finding the total surface area of a cylinder when it is closed at both ends. Now when you look at this closed at both ends, we have a circle here and another circle. Now when you look at this one, is it a rectangle? Now this is how the cylinder looks like. We have a covering here and another cover here. Now once you open it, here we have a circumference. The circumference is here. And once you open it, this is the circumference. And then this side becomes what? The height. Let me fold it again. This is how the cylinder is. This is our height and this is our circumference. So once you open it, this becomes the circumference and this becomes what? The height. So it means that this is our height and this side becomes what? Our circumference. So how do we find the circumference of a circle? Circumference is given as what? 2 pi radius. That's the circumference of what? A circle. Now when you look at this, for us to find the total surface area of a cylinder closed at both ends, this is what we have. So we first have to find the area of the circular base plus the area of the circular top plus the area of what? The rectangular part. So that rectangular part is not a rectangle per se. So when you come to the area of a circle, the area of a circle is what? The pi radius square. And this one too, pi radius square plus. So here, this is the circumference. So that's what? 2 pi radius. And this side becomes what? The height. So when you come to the third one, this becomes what? 2 pi radius what? H. For us to find the total surface area for a hollow cylinder. So what we have now is we have pi radius square. This there are two. So their formula is what? Pi radius square and another pi radius square. That means the pi radius square there are two. So we have 2 pi radius square plus this one 2 pi radius h. So 2 pi radius h. So what we have to do is what? To factor the common things out. So when you look at this, we have 2 here and 2 is there, so you bring it out. Then we have the pi and another pi, so the pi, we write it here as well. Then we have radius and a radius, so radius. So here we have 2 radius here. So one is here, then we are left with what? Another one. Because it's what? Radius times radius. So since we have one here, we are left with another one. Plus, so here we have 2, the 2 is already here. We have the pi is already here. The radius is also here. Then we have the 8, so the 8 is there. So it means that this is the formula for finding the total surface area of a cylinder when it is closed at both ends. Now to the second type of a cylinder, which is a cylinder closed at what? One end. So the cylinder is closed at one end. So when you look at it, we have a circular base here and then the height. So if the cylinder is closed at one end, this is the net of a cylinder closed at one end. So looking at this, we have what? A circular base there plus the rectangular form, the rectangular shape. So what we have to do is for us to find the total surface area of a cylinder closed at one end. So it means that we have to find the area of this, which is the area of this, plus the area of what? This side too as well. So it means that when you open the net, you open it, this is the net, So this side is what? The circumference, 2 pi radius. We have the h, and this is a circle. That's what the pi radius what? Square. So it means that here we have the pi radius square plus, so here this is what? 2 pi radius, the circumference times the height. So here we have what? The 2 pi radius, then we have what? The height. So what do they have in common? So we have a pi here, we have a pi there too. We have a radius, we have a radius. So we are going to factor out. So pi radius out, then into brackets. So here the radius is squared. We have one, then we are left to sort another one. So we have a radius, then plus. So here what we have is we already have the radius and the pi out. Then we are left to sort 2 height or 2h. So 2h. And this becomes what the formula for finding the total surface area of a cylinder when it is closed at what? One end. So we are going to look at the third type, which is what? A hollow cylinder. So we come to the third type of a cylinder, which is a hollow cylinder. When you say the cylinder is hollow, it is in this form. So there's no cover here and there's no cover here as well. So when you look at this, what we have here is what? The circumference, which is the 2 pi radius, and then the height. So for us to find the area of a cylinder that is hollow, the surface area of a cylinder that is hollow, then it means that we have the 2 pi radius times what? The h. So which is 2 pi radius what? H. So that becomes what? The formula for finding the total surface area of what? A cylinder that is what? Hollow. So volume of a cylinder is the area of the circular base here times the height. So for us to find the area of the circular base, the area is the same as the area of a circle. So area of a circle is what? Pi radius square. So the pi radius square times what? The height. Times the height. So the volume of a cylinder is going to be pi radius square h. And this is the volume of a cylinder. The formula for finding the volume of a cylinder. So now let's look at this question. A cylinder has a radius of 7 centimeters and a height of 10 centimeters. So as we have it here, the radius is 7 centimeters and the height here is given as 10 centimeters. So find each one total surface area when it is closed at what? Both ends. Then after that, find each what? Volume. So if the cylinder is closed at both ends, this is how the net will be. The net of that cylinder, this is how it's going to be. We have a circular here, another circular here, which means that it is closed at both ends. So when looking at this, we have two circular objects here, then the rectangle. So when you look at this, we can say that for us to find the total surface area, then we need to what? Add this, the area of this. So the area of the first circle plus the area of the second circle plus what? The area of the rectangular part. So when you look at this, to find the area of this is what? Pi radius square, and this is also what? Pi radius square plus this is 2 pi radius, because this is the circumference, and then this is what? The height. So 2 pi radius height. Now, when we take all this and we simplify it, we are going to get 2 pi radius out, then radius plus the height. So this is the formula for finding the total surface area of a cylinder closed at what? Both ends. Then for the question, we have our radius r, which is equal to 7 centimeters. Our height is 10 centimeters. Then we are going to take pi. Pi is not given in the question, so we assume that our pi is equal to 22 out of 7. So the 22 out of 7 is our pi. So we are going to put these figures into the relation 2 pi radius into bracket radius plus the height. So 2 pi radius into bracket radius plus the height. So 2 times the pi is 22 out of 7 times the radius. So the radius we have here is 7. So 7 centimeters. Then into brackets, the radius plus the height. The radius is 7 centimeters plus the height of 10 centimeters. So here the 7 will cancel the 7 that we have here. Then we have 22 times 2 here. So that will give us 44 centimeters. Multiplying what we have in the bracket. So 7 plus 10 will give us 17. So we have the 17 centimeters here. So 4 centimeters times 17 centimeters will give us 748 centimeters squared. So this 748 centimeters squared is the total surface area of a cylinder where closed at both ends if the radius is 7 centimeters and the height is 10 centimeters. Now we come to the volume of a cylinder. So volume, say the volume is equal to the area of the base. So area of the circular base here times the height. So for us to find the area of the circular base, the area is the pi radius squared, then times what? The height. So the pi is 22 out of 7 times the radius, 7 centimeters. So that's 7 times 7. So 7 centimeters times 7 centimeters times the height, which is 10. So 10 centimeters there. So here, this 7 will cancel the 7 here. Then 22 times 7 will give us 154 centimeters. So 154 centimeters squared times the height, which is 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. And all is going to give us 1,000. So all is going to give us 1,540 centimeters cube because volume is measured in cubic units. So if the cylinder is at the radius of 7 centimeters and a height of 10 centimeters, its volume is going to be 1,540 centimeters cube.